Imagine stepping into a room teeming with people, each adorned with a mask, some smiling, others frowning, yet none revealing their true selves. Now, picture yourself entering this world unmasked, devoid of deception, pretense, or the desire to manipulate. How long would you last? How swiftly would you be dismissed as naive, foolish, or even weak? This is the tragic fate of Prince Myshkin, the protagonist of Dostoevsky's The Idiot. Myshkin embodies pure heart, unwavering honesty, and boundless compassion. Yet, instead of being celebrated for these virtues, he is ridiculed, manipulated, and ultimately shattered by a society that cannot fathom his goodness. This tale, however, transcends 19th century Russia. It mirrors a painful truth about human nature that resonates even today. Why do good people often find themselves at a disadvantage? Why does sincerity invite mockery instead of respect? And if goodness leads to suffering, is it still worth pursuing? By the end of this discussion, you will gain a fresh perspective on kindness, morality, and the hidden perils of being too good in a world that rewards cunning. The final insight we will explore is the most shocking of all, destined to transform not just your view of the world, but of yourself. To grasp why goodness is often mistaken for foolishness, we must first examine what society truly values. We like to believe we admire honesty, kindness, and integrity, but do we genuinely? Or do we merely tolerate these traits when they don't interfere with our interests? Throughout history, those who ascend to power are rarely the purely good. They are the ones who navigate the complexities of human relationships, knowing when to be ruthless and when to charm, hiding their true intentions behind a carefully crafted facade. Niccolò Machiavelli argued that a ruler must be willing to act immorally if necessary, for the world rewards results, not goodness. This is the tragedy of Myshkin. He either does not understand or refuses to accept the world's rules. He cannot manipulate or deceive, nor does he wish to, and as a result, he is deemed an idiot, not for his intelligence, but because his goodness renders him vulnerable in a society thriving on competition and self-interest. Consider how this applies to our reality. How often do we witness genuinely kind, honest individuals being exploited? How frequently do we hear tales of good-hearted souls betrayed by those they trust? How many times have we felt foolish for believing in the best of others, only to be let down? While the world is not entirely corrupt, a certain level of cunning is often essential for survival. Even those who see themselves as good must sometimes compromise their values to protect themselves. Yet, despite this, we yearn for figures like Myshkin, individuals who are unshakably good. But here's where it gets intriguing. Dostoevsky does not portray Myshkin as a mere martyr. He challenges those around him in ways they cannot fully grasp. His goodness acts as a mirror, compelling others to confront their own flaws. This is what makes people uncomfortable in his presence. He does not judge, yet his very existence exposes their hypocrisy. His sincerity highlights their deception, and his kindness magnifies their selfishness. Thus, instead of being embraced, he is cast aside. This raises a fundamental question. Is Myshkin the fool, or is it the world around him that has lost its way? As we delve deeper into this paradox, we will explore what it truly means to be good in a world that seems to devalue goodness. Ultimately, we will uncover the ultimate truth about kindness, one that may forever alter your perspective. What makes Myshkin's story so tragic is not merely the suffering he endures, but how he is perceived by those around him. He does not see himself as a fool. He believes in love, honesty, and the goodness of human nature. Yet, the more he strives to illuminate the lives of others, the more he is seen as an outsider, someone who does not belong in their world. But why? Why does true goodness often evoke discomfort? To answer this, we must scrutinize human interactions. Relationships, whether personal or societal, are built on a delicate balance of power. Even in casual exchanges, an unspoken negotiation occurs beneath the surface. People measure their words, choose actions strategically, and adjust behavior based on expected returns. It's a realm of subtle manipulation, where even kindness is often given with an expectation of reciprocity. But Myshkin does not engage in this game. He gives without expecting anything in return, speaks with unfiltered honesty, and forgives without harboring resentment, even when betrayed repeatedly. In a world of masks, he stands unguarded, and this is precisely why people distrust him. But in the end, what truly matters is not how much we gain, but how much light we bring into the world, no matter how small, no matter how unnoticed. The final revelation is this: Goodness is not about being rewarded, nor is it about winning or avoiding pain. True goodness exists not because the world values it, but simply because it is the right way to be. Ultimately, whether the world labels you a fool or a saint, whether you are remembered or forgotten, whether your kindness is celebrated or dismissed, what holds the greatest significance is that you remained true to yourself. In a world where deception and self-interest often reign, choosing to be good, despite all odds, is the most powerful choice of all. Thank you for listening. But in the end, what truly matters is not how much we gain, but how much light we bring into the world, no matter how small, no matter how unnoticed. The final revelation is this: goodness is not about being rewarded, nor is it about winning or avoiding pain. True goodness exists not because the world values it, but simply because it is the right way to be. Ultimately, whether the world labels you a fool or a saint, whether you are remembered or forgotten, whether your kindness is celebrated or dismissed, what holds the greatest significance is that you remained true to yourself. In a world where deception and self-interest often reign, choosing to be good, despite all odds, is the most powerful choice of all. Thank you for listening.